All right, it is time to get this upper body dumbbell workout in. What's going on, y'all? I'm so excited because I don't usually do upper body workouts. They're kind of built into boxing for me, but this circuit never does me wrong. It is a full body workout with a focus on upper body. So if you got 2 dumbbells and a few minutes, let's get it in. We're gonna start with 30 seconds each of our arm swings. Our warm-up exercises are incredibly important, especially when it comes to weight-bearing exercise. We do enough things to make our chest tight in our modern day, so it's good to open it up with some over-under swings. Make sure you're really squeezing the shoulder blades as the arms reach out and give yourself a nice hug as they reach forward. Alternate which arm is on top. All right, next up, we're gonna go down into an inchworm. This is a great full body exercise just to get yourself moving, connecting the upper and lower body. Inchworm out, we're gonna go all the way down, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then push the ground away for a hand release push-up. So we should be able to get around 5 or 6 of these in our 30 seconds. Drop down all the way, keep your body stiff as a board by flexing your legs, your glutes, and your core. Walk it out, breathe through it, keep the shoulders down from your ears, really making sure that we're keeping our rotator cuffs in the right place as they're doing work. A couple more reps here. We got one more in us. Everything nice and tight. Squeeze shoulder blades, drive the ground away. Nice work. Nice work. All right, we're gonna get a couple of arm rotations in just to make sure that after we've done all of that work going out into plank, we can get some circulation going in that upper body again right before we go into our jumping jacks. So it's just gonna give us a little bit more blood pumping, get the heart rate up a little bit. You can, of course, step out side to side for the jumping jacks, but it's just a great opportunity to get that upper and lower body communicating one another. I like to go by a cadence, beat of the music, and just get myself nice and light on the toes. Keep that core braced, squeeze the inner thighs to bring the feet together, and make sure that you're getting full range of motion with those arms. Last 10. All right, here we go. First exercise, we're gonna do a push press. We're using the momentum of the legs to take a slight dip and then drive those weights overhead. We want to make sure that we're keeping our rib cage tucked under and really squeezing the glutes and quads, flexing them so our body goes up in one straight line. Exhale as you are thrusting those weights overhead. Push press is awesome because it does involve the lower body, but it's a big focus on those shoulders. Make sure those arms are nice and straight at the top. You got this. Exhale. Breathe it out. Oh yeah, almost there. Drive. Nice work. Woo. Okay. Next exercise we're gonna go into is a kneeling bicep curl. So this is gonna get the back of the body working and connect the upper and lower body through the core. Tuck your tailbone, get anchored through those feet, and squeeze wrists facing one another. So this is a hammer curl. I'm gonna make sure the body's not swaying too much back and forth. So I'm using my lower body to stabilize me, but I'm making sure that I keep my elbows tight to the body and not letting them go too far in front of or behind my rib cage. This ensures that I'm getting every piece of that curl, not just when I'm squeezing up, but also as the weights are coming down. Show you from the front view, everything tight. By this point, you're probably wondering how I got here. It is really important to work upper body musculature. We want to make sure that our muscles and joints are functional as we get older. Increasing our muscle mass is important, but so is increasing our bone mineral density. And that's what resistance training does. Oh yeah. All right, moving on to our next exercise. Feel free to take a break also. Sometimes I try to keep these quick, but it is important to recover if you want to sustain effort. Next, we have a plank row. So shoulders right over the wrists. You can hold on to the dumbbells or just have them off to the side, but we're gonna make sure that we're cranking the elbow up toward the ceiling, wrist going down toward our hip. The most important thing is to generate force through the ground so that you're stable. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes, drop to the knees if you need to, and keep those hips in a nice straight line. You want a straight line from head to heels or head to tailbone. From the side view, hips are steady. I'm actively pushing through the ground on my extended arm, And while that other arm is pulling, I'm squeezing through my lats and middle back. It's a great full body exercise all wrapped up into one. And it's also important to work our back. The back of the body ensures that we keep good posture and aren't hunched over. Oh yeah, all right. Last up, we're gonna be on our backs. We have a bridge to a chest press. Exercise number 4, here we go. So laying it down, feet are gonna be somewhere around hip to shoulder width apart, bent at 90 degrees. We're gonna drive up, squeezing the lower body, and then pressing those weights away from us. Make sure you're keeping a proud chest, so just not letting yourself put all the pressure onto your neck. You're gonna make sure you're actively pushing the ground away through the heels and through the shoulder girdle. Squeeze the chest at the bottom as well as the top, and keep checking in with yourself to make sure that your hips are straight and your glutes are staying active. Some of us don't have mirrors when we work out, and that's okay, but we do wanna make sure that we're taking the time and going at a pace that allows us to check in with ourselves. Getting a nice full body exercise with an emphasis on the upper body is a great way to burn a few more calories, get your money's worth, but also create great connection between our entire kinetic chain, upper, lower, front to back, and all the way through the core. Couple more reps here, and done. That's how you get it in. Listen, you can do this 2-3 more times if you want to, but it's a great way to get those quick 4 exercises in for a nice productive workout. Let's get into a kneeling tricep stretch. You can hold this somewhere around 15 to 30 seconds each side. Make sure that you're keeping your tailbone tucked. And as you grab onto that elbow, stretching your tricep, you can also lean off to the opposite side to get an oblique stretch. Make sure you are breathing deeply. You can reflect on your hard work. Give yourself an opportunity to cool down no matter how short your workout was. This is just as important as doing the work because it's a huge piece of our recovery and injury prevention. Get a good tilt here. Squeeze the glute of that lower leg, making sure that you're squeezing your belly button in to get a good hip flexor stretch. We sit a lot, so the hips have got to get that extension. That's why I love the bridges and then following them up with a stretch like this. Next up, we'll stay kneeling or you can be seated, but you're just gonna open up those elbows at 90 into a cactus pose. It's a great way to stretch your abs as well as your chest muscles. Clasp the fingers together behind the back, tuck your chin, and really squeeze those knuckles down to the floor. Give yourself a couple of head rolls if you'd like to, just to get a stretch through your neck and your traps. This is also a great one to hit if you've just been sitting at your desk for an extended period of time. As always, be so proud of the effort that you put forth. It's not about having a grand workout, it's about staying consistent. Take it to a rear delt stretch, just reaching the arm across your body, shoulder down away from your ears. You can even give yourself a couple of wrist rotations. Great way to keep good circulation and function into those arms. Guys, thanks so much for spending just a few minutes with me. I'm very proud of you for showing up. Make sure you're proud of yourself. Get that final forearm stretch, reaching away from the body and overhead. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next quick workout. Take care.